everyone to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Falcon football as we resume play in the second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Is good. Makes the score Falcons 32.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Balaj. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 7.
Brady's throw there complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now Ryan on 1st down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. That Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here. Through the second quarter, there could be plenty more before this game is over.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that there are going to be casualties at times. We're talking about a game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the delay, it's Balaj. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
They run it with Balaj. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The ball carrier. Xavier Howard on
the Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The tackle made by Levi Wallace. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk Who says the crowd shouldn't affect us, that shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, they'll run with Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
The tackle made at the 40.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Gurley. Levi Wallace.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.